So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
In motion left, Flowers. From the gun, it's Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Hey, middle. Baltimore Ravens. Hey, report.
To throw is Jackson. Drops this underneath. It's Mitchell. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. An option give now to Mitchell. Shreds the tackle. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Next receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, 35 yards. And the Ravens put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. A first carry for Najee Harris. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Now 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Here's Wilson. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. That is caught. Powers ahead at the 45. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 4th and 2. They got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
From the shotgun, Wilson. A short one there to Freiermuth. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Throwing is Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And so close, he gets it to the one. Out of bounds right there. 23 yards on the play.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Harris. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Boy, 2 long, sustained drives by each team to start things out. It's kind of similar to how the pitch clock has shortened baseball games. That means we'll be out of here quickly if we get a few more drives like that. We're in the second quarter now, and we've only had 1 drive apiece, each of which have ended with touchdowns.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Tylan Wallace now on the return. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining.
Shot! 13. You.
Jackson from the shotgun. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And Jackson throwing once more. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Alpha, sit on. 180. Go right here.
In motion goes the tight end. Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 23 yards, the final tally.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Jackson will throw again. His pass caught at the 4. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Hey, Ozzy, sit up.
Jackson now. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Hey, middle. Report.
3rd and goal, Jackson. Flushed out right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he goes out of bounds after a solid return to the 45.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. That's caught downfield by Pickens.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Wilson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
36 power.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson
fires the out route and completes it to Harris.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. Now it's Wilson.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Boswell's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on third down, Wilson.
He finds Pickens over the middle. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25.
Fourth down, here's Wilson.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. From the gun, it's Wilson.
Got an open man. It's Pickens.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Now it's Wilson.
He's got this to Pickens.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Harris running straight ahead. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They run again with Harris. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll try and run with Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris,
his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter.
Boswell good with the extra point. And it's now 17-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Hey! Yo! Sit up!
Here's Jackson.
Yeah, this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Off the option, here's Henry.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 36-yard line.
Jackson. And he'll get this underneath to Henry.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Nice, well-coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
They'll come to the line. This is 3rd and 3. Throwing, Jackson.
Able to fight through one tackle. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Here's 1st down.
Yo! Sit up!
Now Jackson.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
They come up now on 2nd and 2.
No, we change it. Middle. Sit up.
Here's Jackson.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now.
Wilson to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Throwing now is Wilson.
Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens.
The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10.
Now Wilson.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the
game.
29. Adafe Owe in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Partner, what a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.
Yeah, they're going to walk away from this one, and you know it's going to go through their heads the entire time until they get to play again. If we could only have that final snap to do over one more time, maybe with a different play call.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.
I just touched down in LA, the Spanish, my favorite. This that G, I keep it playing, so I put it on. She be in the change, I made her big. I got rolling over. Speeding to the money like I'm running from the feds. Posted with my they say yeah. I'm like, whoa, see residuals, watch the money grow. I'm in flow, greatest story told, watch it all unfold. I'm like, whoa, reaping what I sow. Harvest getting bigger, they all froze. I release my soul, now they taking pictures. Eyes on the prize, it's my last soda.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the inner harbor of Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. About ready to get this one started. Amy Fairbairn ready to kick it off. And off we go here in Baltimore. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive.
180.
Now the first carry for King Henry. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
We met with these coaches during the week, Mike. They told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early, and we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it. And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc, and that's exactly what happened here.
He'll take off again.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. Sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
On third down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
180. You are X. 180.
On fourth down, they snap it to Jackson. Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs.
Coaches love to come out early in the game and establish a very aggressive approach. But I'm just not sure, Mike, if at this point in the game they needed to make this decision. I'm going to be very curious to see, does this come back later in the game to bite them?
First and 10. And now the first carry for Joe Mixon. And he'll work his way down to about the 41. They'll come up on a second down and 8. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Clemson.
This is an area of the offense, Mike, that's going to have to find its rhythm now as this game unfolds. They talked all week, come out early, get some completions, settle down this quarterback. Well, in return, he throws an early pick. It's too early to go away from the game plan. There's a lot of game left, but this passing game is going to have to get on track throughout the rest of this game.
And he will take this into the end zone. What a run! Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens. Now Justin Tucker for the point after. It's up and through. And the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Here comes a return from the 5. From 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Schultz is the motion man. Throwing on 2nd down. Stroud. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Stroud. He's got his man complete to Dell. A gain of 24 through the air. It's good for a Texans 1st down. Here's Mixon. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Stroud to throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the...
Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. Odafe Owe bursting in and recording the sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
And he's able to take this for good yardage before sliding and hitting the deck to end the play.
Sometimes it's just a case of taking what the defense gives you. And here's one of those examples. There's nowhere for him to go with the ball. For a minute, it looked like he was going to be able to pick up this 1st down with his legs. The defense rallies, brings him down short of the 1st down marker, sets up 4th down.
They'll go. It's Stroud. This is caught. He got the connection to Collins. 24-yard pickup as they convert on 4th down. Ball resting on the 9. 1st down and goal. Here's Stroud. The pass rush gets home and he goes down.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. Now here's 2nd and goal. Schultz is the motion man. A 2nd down throw for Stroud. And he's in. Dalton Schultz. Touchdown, Houston.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Tylan Wallace now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Aguilar goes off in motion. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. That is incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and it'll be 2nd down. In motion comes Andrews. 2nd down. Jackson. A hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Now problems. He loses the football near his own goal line. But this is taken in by a teammate. Fortunate that that was not worse for the offense. The pressure's on. They knock it out of the quarterback's hands. But only a safety instead of the defense getting a touchdown.
Yeah, and as a quarterback, Mike, you always have that clock in your head. But that clock has to speed up even quicker when you find yourself dropping in your own end zone. And fortunately for them, that fumble doesn't lead to a touchdown, but instead results in the 2-point safety.
Stroud to throw here on 1st down. A gain there of 13 yards.
Well, sometimes as a quarterback, when you decide to pick up those yards with your feet, you got to pay a price. And in this case, he takes a big shot, but not before he's able to pick up that 1st down.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. This is caught. Downfield, it's Dell. They will work the middle with Mixon. The defense stringing them out. No gain. Back to the original line of scrimmage.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
On second down, Stroud. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. To throw, it's Stroud. And he's able to take this for good yardage before sliding and hitting the deck to end the play.
And that's a pretty good effort here on 3rd and long. He had nowhere to go down the field. The defense is playing real soft. He pulls it down and did all he could, but he's still going to end up being short of the first down.
Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. Halftime coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. This returnable for Wallace. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. In motion comes Andrews. On 1st and 10, Jackson. He'll tuck it in, carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Texans have it. So at halftime, it's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up on the return, it's Dameon Pierce. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Second down, here's a run, and here's Mixon.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Mixon. 18 yards on the pickup there. First down for Houston.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
Marlon Humphrey, the man there to break that one up.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Now a 3rd and 2.
On the fleet, right?
Schultz is the motion man. They'll try and run for this with Mixon. This will not do the to behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
Here we go. 11.
Schultz is the motion man. On fourth down, Stroud. That's taken in. He is in. Dalton Schultz. Touchdown, Texans. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. Now Fairbairn for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Texans will extend this third quarter lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This returnable for Wallace. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Hey, Ozzie, sit up. Go.
From the gun, Jackson. He'll look for Flowers downfield. He's got it. And he will take this one in. 72 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tucker's extra point up and good. And the Ravens have cut the deficit to 5. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. A short one taken at the 10. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. On first and 10, here's Stroud. They try to work the screen with Mixon. He's got room past the 35. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
I like the call. Using the screen as a drive starter to pick up a chunk play and get this offense into some rhythm. It's clear this offensive play caller anticipated the rush of the defense, and he was able to use it against them.
He'll let this go deep for Diggs. That is brought in. And he will score. Touchdown, Houston. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This returnable for Wallace. Now an opening past the 30. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's first and 10.
Ready, shot. Get on.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He's got his tight end, Mark Andrews. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
That's good for a Baltimore Raven.
A first down throw for Jackson. Now he'll run.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
Second down and 8.
180.
They'll motion over Flowers.
Get on.
Play action now. Jackson. Now, deep ball for Bateman. That's hard. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 37 yards.
You. Get on.
Jackson now. And he will score. Game on. Nelson Aguilar. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tucker for the point after. The kick is good. And the Ravens have cut the deficit to 5. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. On first down, they'll start with Mixon. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll go right back to Mixon. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Well, that second down play call is not real fancy, but at this point, Mike, they are in a battle with the clock. How much time can they run off and try to protect this lead? But now it brings up a pretty interesting 3rd down. Can they keep the ball and finish this thing on offense, or are they going to have to punt it away and have their defense finish the game?
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And the rush gets there. Down he goes. And we'll see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. 1:57 to go in the game.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
Schultz is the motion man. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Oh, do you believe it? It's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
You know, as they say, hindsight being 20/20, but they probably would have been better off just leaning on the ground game to close this one out. Instead, they decided to put the ball in the air, and now in the blink of an eye, all the pressure suddenly shifts to their defense to try to close this one out.
They'll motion over Flowers. Now Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. This is 1st and 10. They'll motion over Flowers. To throw is Jackson. A pass pulled in by Henry.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Throwing Jackson. This is caught at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Ravens.
It's just backbreaking here. If you're the defense, you feel like you're in a really good spot. It's 3rd and pass. You understand what the offense likely has to do to convert the 1st down. They just don't do a great job of covering the receivers. And at the same point, let's give a lot of credit. Nice job by the quarterback working through his progression, getting to the right choice, and it pays off for a touchdown.
Again, it's Jackson. That's going to be caught. They get the 2 points. Man, this could turn out to be important. The lead goes to 3 here in the 4th quarter. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st down.
All right.
From the gun, here's Stroud. That's caught right side, the tight end Schultz.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Now, 2nd and 4.
All right.
Stroud to throw. That'll be taken in by Mixon. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Houston.
Now, Stroud. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And After that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
Throwing on second down, Stroud. And that would be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked up.
Oh, man.
Smith.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
They'll come up here first and 10.
Hey, report! Report!
They'll start out on the ground with Henry. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. They'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here's the toss, right side to Henry.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
They'll try and run for this with Henry. Henry rumbles to the first down and more. The first down there on a pickup of 17. On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Now a toss play with Henry. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go on the clock. Here's a 3rd and 10. Here we go. One final play. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So it's a win here for the Ravens. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious as we say so long from Baltimore.